had a long singing of Bulle Shah. So I felt that uh, still feel hesitated singing even though nobody is listening to me. So what happens that I feel that if I am singing to a particular song, then my tone must align as per the singer already originally sung it. So that makes me frustrated. So as we talked on the first day, I try to acknowledge the source of the frustration. So I found out that like if I'm not able to connect with people, so as one of the saying here says that it is just a reflection of what your primary relationship with the source is. So this should either mean that either I am not connected to the source or I am not acknowledging it.
Connection does not mean copying. Connection does not mean similarity. Connection is something very subtle, lively, and dynamic. All of these trees are connected to the earth. And being connected to the earth, they express themselves in their own way. All of them have a connection, but that does not mean that they will be identical to each other. All of them are drawing their sustenance from the same source. Yet see how different they are. And not only are they different, see where their beauty comes from. No straight lines. Even two trees of the same species are not exactly like each other. Why do you then try to sing it exactly like someone else has sung? What is of importance is that your words must come from the same source as the words of the other devoted singer. It's the source that counts, and then that source can take any kind of manifestation. Some trees are laden with greenery, others are relatively barren. I mean, there is almost an infinity to the diversity that you see around. One thing all of them have in common: they never dissociate themselves from their roots, from the earth, from their mother. That is what is important. If you are singing, living, acting from your source, your heart, that is enough. After that, you do not need to worry about the form of expression that arises. Your form will be your form. Your form cannot be anybody else's form. To be a human being is two things. One, in a very deep sense, you will be exactly like every other human being, every other sentient being, every other life form. What is that sense? The heart, the source. The same source of consciousness powers you as it powers an insect, a tree, or even a river or a mountain. And of course, as it powers any other human being. So, there is a perfect identity, a perfect oneness there. We all are same, exactly the same, not even same, one when it comes to the heart dimension. The heart is empty, empty of all distinctions, differences. The heart is like the open sky. It does not contain any divisions, boundaries, areas, privately marked territories. So, in that dimension we all are exactly one. And then at the dimension of the person, at the level of the personality, there is bound to be diversity. Please do not make the mistake of trying to achieve oneness at the level of expression, at the level of manifestation and personality. That is a mistake so many of us make. When a saint arrives, when a prophet or a teacher arrives, we try to be one with him. But instead of seeing that that oneness is possible only in the heart, we try to achieve that oneness at a superficial level. We try to achieve that oneness at the level of expression. We say we will walk like him, we say we will look like him, we say we will dress like him, we say our music must be like him, we say our mannerisms and language must be like him. You are trying to achieve identity at the wrong place. Identity is a wonderful thing, but only at its own proper place. The place of identity is the heart. At no other place is identity possible. At the level of the body, the mind, thoughts, personality, expression, living, there would be differences, and those differences are nothing to be worried of. In fact, those differences must be celebrated. Would you like it if this area is a monoculture and only trees of one particular species thrive here? Would you like that? This diversity must be celebrated. That is the real meaning of being yourself. Being yourself means being one with God and then allowing yourself all kinds of expressions. That is being yourself. So, being yourself at one level also means do not try to be a separate yourself when it comes to the heart. There, give up all the differences, give up your personality, give up your individuality. There you must be totally surrendered. And if you are totally surrendered to the source, then by virtue of that surrender, you get an absolute freedom to express yourself in myriad ways. Then an abundance of differences. A celebration of diversity. A game of this and that. A rainbow, a riot of colors, the entire spectrum of expression becomes available to you. Now, you are not a limited being, Now you do not say that I am a European, so how can I eat Indian food? Now you do not say that I am an architect, so how do I dance? Now you do not say that I am a lawyer, so how do I compete in athletics? Now you do not say that you are constrained to live a designated life. Now you live many lives in one life. Now at one moment you are a mother, at another moment you are a professional, another moment you are a dancer, next moment you are a gardener, next moment you are a lover. Your tree now branches prolifically. You look at these trees, the tree of the human being is even more blessed than these trees. The tree of our being is such that there can be a different flower on each branch. That is our potential. But that potential is realized only when you are firmly rooted. I hope you know the meaning of being firmly rooted. You cannot live a shallow life. You must be very firm. Situational winds and impacts of the surroundings must not be able to shake you up. Now there will be a jasmine flower on one branch, a rose flower on the next one, and a pumpkin on the third one. That is the potentiality of a human being. A pumpkin one moment, a bumpkin the next. Serious now, casual next. Student now, teacher next. Warrior now, poet next. You can even move a step further. Warrior now, and parallelly, simultaneously, saint right now. Why can't you be a warrior and a poet in the same moment? But all of that will be unique to you. None of that would be an external imposition. Your flowering would be your own. Because you are rooted in God, your expression would then be God-like. And you know how God expresses Himself? Look at the entire flow of the millennia. Have you ever seen any two persons exactly alike? That is how clever and creative an artist God is. He keeps on creating without ever repeating. It is a challenge. Go ahead and find out whether amongst the billions of human beings that have been born till now, any two have been totally identical. That is called creativity. Not to ever repeat, to be an everlasting source of newness. Time will keep rolling and God will continue being new. His creation will forever be new, He will never repeat. The 16th century is never going to return. You too are never going to return. Yet there is space and potential for an infinite number of new beings. Not even two trees are alike, not even two blades of grass are alike. Don't you wonder at the marvel? That's called God's creativity. And when you are rooted in God, then your own expression also becomes godlike. Hence, you too never repeat. Everything is new about you. Then you don't have to fall back upon the past every now and then. Then you keep on doing, keep on doing, keep on doing, and whatever you do is a new flower on a new branch. Might be similar to some other flower, but never the same. So, comparison to others or emulation of others, all of these things are quite ungodly. You are blessed with such great powers of creativity. Why do you seek to compare and repeat? When you have it in you to create something absolutely new, why do you want to depend on somebody else? Why do you depend upon the old? But mind you, great creativity is possible only in great fearlessness. You repeat because you are afraid of the new. To be creative, you have to be fearless. And to be fearless, you must be very close to the truth. There is no other source of fearlessness than faith. Without faith, you will just keep comparing, copying and repeating. Without faith, you will be like a factory. All your products, all your actions will be pre-decided, pre-designed, similar and obviously lifeless. Go and find out. There are thousands of rivers in the world. Are any of them alike, similar, even in a small stretch? If God is a painter, he is a top painter. If God is an architect, he is a top architect. And God is a painter, an architect, a sportsman, a creator, a destroyer, a manager. Everything that you can conceive, God is already that. And whatever God is a master in that. If God comes as a lover, he is a top lover. If God comes as a destroyer, he is a ruthless destroyer. If God comes as a singer, you will fall for his flute. Excellence is another name for godliness. That excellence is possible only in fearlessness, only in rootedness. Yes? You will never become another Bulle Shah. Bulle Shah was a most beautiful flower that came had his day and is now gone forever. And at the same time, no Bulle Shah ever comes or goes. Now, which of these two Bulle Shahs do you want to connect to? The body of Bulle Shah, the earth, the soil, the air, the water, the mortal body, the voice of Bulle Shah, the mortal voice. If you want to repeat that voice, you will fail. All of that was a wave in time. That rose and fell. But if you want to really connect with Bulle Shah, then connect to Bulle Shah, the root, Bulle Shah, the heart. Connect to him there. Connect to him there, and then you won't lose him. There he is timeless, deathless. Even the words of Bulle Shah, don't latch on to them. Go to the very spirit of what he is saying. It is possible that one day the words might become dated. But the source from where those words sprang will never become dated. That source is dateless. Connect directly. Go right to the source. So, sing from Bulle Shah and sing as yourself. Sing from Bulle Shah and sing as yourself. As we said, that is called being yourself. Sing from God, but sing as yourself. Now, that is authentic singing. Such an active and busy being this God is. You see, look at his mischief. All the time he is busy doing something. What do you think these winds are? Are they blowing on their own? Completely at rest, he is so restless. Always doing something. Always. A little ant is hurrying. What do you think? It's the little ant? It's the God ant. Hurrying with her own personal priorities. Got to meet somebody, you know. Some little bird is occupied in her own chores. My nest needs repair. Here is the building material. One little twig. And then he is equally relaxed as well. never pausing for a second. He is still so relaxed. The mountains have not been made, they are being made all the time. Are they not always changing? You know, the Himalayas are still rising at the rate of a few inches per year. That is what God is doing. Such mischief. A ready made mountain, a well accomplished work, but he still wants to keep doing something with it. The entire world is in a flux, everything is changing. He does not ever let anything remain as it is. Even in a nanosecond, things change, everything changes. He is so occupied, always doing something. Quite a confident fellow he is, right? Do you think he has time to copy, emulate, compare? No, he just does. That is godliness, to just do, just do. You really think God retires sometimes to plan? He does not. And even if he plans, his planning is instantaneous. Done. Let there be light. Done. Why do you hesitate? Reflect.
Trying to bring it better.
Trying to make yourself better. All of these are relative terms. Good, better, best. Relativity becomes meaningless when you are in the absolute. Then comparisons and all measures of relationship do not mean much.